Welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Cap. First episode of a brand new decade.
2020, we are in it, and I'm here to win it. I will have you know, I'm pretty sure at the end of last year, some random guy on Twitter counted it up, and I got more right than you, so I'm looking to come back, run the back-to-back 2 years in a row.
He added it up. I didn't check his math, though, so, you know, something's probably off. I'm going to try really hard this season to win.
All right.
Slide number 1 is going to be in my favor. Who is going to win right off the bat?
Okay, right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say this because that doesn't have their full roster. That's a big red light for me, a big old stop sign saying, hold up, pump the brakes, Cloud9.
But what if Team Liquid beat Cloud9 with Pobelter as the jungler, huh?
That's a monk ass. That's a monk ass right there.
And since I lost last year, I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gambling.
All right.
I'm gonna beat you. I gotta go against you. I'm gonna take Team Liquid.
He's going all in over there. I'm going all in over here. Let's go next. Number 2.
200 IQ jungler.
We'll see.
Pope's got some wings in him. Feels worse. Is it getting camped as a laner? That feels terrible, of course. Or lanes getting stomped as a jungler. This one, way worse, because you're also getting flamed while they're the ones getting stomped and losing. How does that work out?
Yeah, so we're both junglers here, so this is clearly gonna be biased. I agree, it's that one. You gotta love it when a guy goes 0-3 in 5 minutes, then goes OMG Noob Skarner, no gank, rage quits. Well, my job here is done.
My favorite one is my bottom lane getting pushed under the turret. Both of them 25% health from getting harassed in lane at like 2 minutes. They're spam pinging. Hey, these guys are all pushed up. What are you doing? They're pushed up. Yes. And you know what happens when I go there? You die, I die, we get
everybody dies, everything's bad, stop getting harassed in lane. That's way worse.
This slide really sets a...
That's a tilter.
Next one.
That's a tilter.
We can't stay on this one any longer.
Number 3.
We gotta get out of here. All right, best return for 100 Thieves. Is it Cody Sun or Meteos? Again, another bias slide right here. Gotta go with the jungler. Meteos coming back. What was the meme? 14-something KDA Cloud9 dominance.
Yeah, there was some sort of crazy memes going on there.
I'm happy to have him back. I think it was funny. Also, he was the first one to return to 100 Thieves. Then they brought Cody Sun back after they had already gotten Meteos, so you're kind of like,
What is this? This is half thumbs up?
They did the same meme twice.
You're only gonna give half thumbs up to my boy Cody?
The first time they did the meme, it was really funny. Oh, look at us, that thing. And they just redid it.
All right, well, I'm super excited for both of these guys, because remember, these guys were on 100 Thieves back when they made their debut, when they shocked everybody by getting to the final of that first spring split and just really coming out the gate swinging. I'm super excited to see Cody back because he has always had really solid performances as an AD carry. I think a lot of times he sort of flies under the radar because he's always sort of still in double lift shadow. But I'm super excited to see what this kid can do. I'm going Cody Sun.
All right. Wonder if we can fact check if that one will count towards our scores at the end.
If either of them wins MVP, then it counts.
Yeah,
if either of them wins MVP, it counts.
Next slide.
All right.
Better new item. Oh,
okay.
This one's interesting. So, Umblegrave or Sandwind Blade. For me, I still really love the efficiency of just one-hitting wards.
Yeah, so
I love that one, especially after they nerfed a little bit of the stats on this.
So this was mega broken. If you were playing an AD champion and didn't build that when preseason first hit, you were legitimately reportable. But now that that's been tuned down, it's reasonable again. This gets built a ton. So this has a couple different strong points. The ward thing is huge. The low price point is also big, especially for champions that might be playing with like a lower economy. Senna on support, Pyke on support, anything that might have fallen behind because of the inting we were talking about in lanes earlier. A nice cheap lethality item to get yourself rolling. I'm gonna go with Umbral Blade.
You're a good salesman. We're in alignment. Next slide. More underrated. So, for the record, Golden Guardians have been rated by almost all the lists that I saw as 10. So they are really low rated, but Immortals, a lot of people have them at 9th. So this is literally bottom 2 teams. Who do you think is actually gonna have a better performance? It's pretty hard going down the rosters, but Immortals does have some real standouts, like Xmithy. Huge pickup for them. The only person to get removed from Team Liquid. Finding a new home here. There's definitely a lot of drawbacks for both these teams, which is why they're on the underrated slide. but I do see some way for that to work out for Immortals, where he's able to rally this team. They're bringing in Ica, which is really controversial because he's French and Sabatine's French, and you're like, is there something fishy going on here? He's been playing in the minor league, didn't play
some sort of clandestine meeting at the Eiffel Tower to bring this guy over.
Yeah, so maybe some fishy stuff going on. Golden Guardians, though, it'll be hype if Keith role swaps to support and they win.
Yeah, Keith making a big switch. So which one are you going with? You never actually answered the question.
I'm gonna go with Golden Guardians, because they're rated 10th, so they're more underrated.
All right, so you're going with the Golden Guardians, and I have a lot of faith in my boy, Grayson Golden Glue Gregory Gilmore of the Golden Guardians. I think he can do a lot. I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, what you mentioned, Smithy, that's the X factor there for me. I literally didn't mean to make a pun of that. Lord, forgive me. Like, that's not what I was going for, but
you're just calling more attention to
Immortals. With Smithy on the team, I feel like Smithy is one of those guys where as long as he's present, the team will not fall below a certain threshold because he just makes so much happen. He's the brain of a whole squad. It's like the dude's playing StarCraft sometimes. So he makes everything work, and I think 9th is not where they'll end up.
How do you feel about Soaz? Also, very experienced player, been playing since the very beginning. Big legacy.
There's a lot of legacy there. There's a lot of experience. If you get these guys on the same kind of a roster where they can work together and just put these things together and make it so, hey, we're not going to make all these goofy errors that sometimes we see teams repeat again and again and again and again. I think Immortals has more tools than what would put them in 9th place. So I'm going to go with Immortals.
I just think it'll be the most kick-ass story if Keith is in, role swaps to support, they win, and Golden Glue gets some wins as a starter. They've been trying for so long. All right, next.
All right, let's go next. Let's go next.
Better jungling strategy in 2020, power farming, no, or ganking, yes. Well, I'm done.
This one affects lanes. This one doesn't. Power farm to level 3, gank a lane, fight for a crab. If you're not gonna PvP at level 3, why don't you go play against bots? Next slide.
Karthus / maybe Master Yi if you're also doing with someone and funneling
we don't acknowledge the funnelers.
Possible achievements where that can even be close.
We don't acknowledge the funnelers here. They are not real gamers.
Junglers have a lot of stuff to do, okay? Power farming takes up all your time. Let's get it.
All right.
We'll talk. We actually talk more about that on the dive. What's better? Is it Crown for CLG? Super big Crown fan. Or PoE for FlyQuest?
What are you thinking? This one's not jungle. This
So,
one's mid lane, so we're switching things up a little bit.
Again, I'm already, I'm a pretty big fan of Crown. And we actually went to talk to them at their new facility, talk to the coaching staff as well. And they're pretty excited around different play styles for Crown. PoE, one of the big critiques that people had was, okay, so he played a LeBlanc game, but they didn't really, it didn't seem like normal LeBlanc game. He's more of a control mage.
He wants to scale.
Exactly, scaling a little bit more range. It always seems like he does better with those types of champions. And right now, the current meta of the season is not exactly amicable to
It's
that
Drake.
type
It's
of
in some
strategy.
games. It's let's not play to 45 minutes.
There's a lot of roaming mid, there's rumble mid, there's Ornn mid, there's assassins mid. So honestly, I think I'm gonna go with this CLG Crown.
1, awesome job saying the right word. I am proud of you. 2, I'm going to agree saying this one as well for the exact same reasons. I think the champ pool limitation is one that gets discussed a lot, especially like in our story meetings where we talk about things behind the scenes for LCS. PoE's playstyle limitation is pretty big in a state where the game's moving as fast as it is right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. One of these guys has a world championship under his belt. One of these guys does not. So let's go with this and go next.
Next slide. Better taunts. Set sit-ups. Okay, you're a big fan of sit-ups.
I love me some sit-ups.
But I feel like you can't beat Cowbell.
This is iconic, but this is new. This is a new decade, man. You gotta embrace new ideas.
It's not really taunting me though.
This is I've literally seen clips of people that just wanna, for some reason, beat the snot out of this guy when he starts doing sit-ups in front of him. He is taunting you. He's saying, get off your butt, do some sit-ups. Alistar's just like, I wish I had a band.
And then everyone's mesmerized. They come, they start dancing around you, then you attack and you get first blood.
This, all the way, this.
I'm going with that for sure. This one, I definitely should win. This should be calculated into the score.
What? All right, this is rigged. Kobe's trying to rig the game. Go to next.
Is it like, will Sneaky return in summer splits? Ooh, So I do think he's going to return. Summer split is pretty soon, though. That's really quick. Right off the top of my head, I don't think it'll be in summer split. It's hard to make mid-split changes. So I think next year. I'm going to go with next year.
So you're going with no.
I'll go with no for next year.
I'm going to go with yes.
Who's he replacing?
That I won't be able to call right off the top of my head right now. But I do think that he will come back into the LCS. I think he's been a competitor for so long, and I can see the streaming, the cosplaying, stuff like that being fun for a little while. I don't think this dude's competitive itch is gone just yet. I expect we will see him back.
Summer split, huh?
I'm expecting summer split.
Okay.
Besides, I got to make sure I'm disagreeing with you so I can stay ahead.
Oh no! Oh,
yes.
wait, this one you can count.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This one's hardcore points. You can't rig this.
I'll stick with next year. Okay.
All right.
Stick with next year.
We got to differentiate.
Whew. Next slide. Are we done?
I think there's one more.
What would be worse? Is it my play-by-play? Honestly, I think that would be pretty good. Or Captain Flowers color
This depends.
casting.
Is Skarner in the game? Because if Skarner's in the game, I'll tell you about some Skarner all day long. If Skarner's not in the game, I can tell you about what would happen if he was. But other than that, man, I'm pretty limited.
No matter who's in the game, I'll shout some random stuff though. Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, Kobe can always just shout some nonsense. You took over for me during Earth at All-Stars 2 years ago, and I got lightheaded.
Actually, we did.
So
I already made a foray.
So actually, yeah, Kobe's actually made a journey into that before. So I've got to say, yeah, if Skarner's not in the game, I'm running it down.
Yeah, that's a little risky.
Yeah, that's a little risk.
No,
go
he's
ahead.
not in the meta right now. So.
I've seen Kobe actually make the play. I got to give my boy credit. So I'm going to say that I would int it a little bit there. So there you go. And that's
All
it.
right, I think that's the last slide.
That wraps us
Wrap
up.
it up for us. That was pretty fun. Start to season 10. New decade.
Yeah, new decade.
Yeah, I was like, what
We
year
got
are
a
we in
second
anymore?
digit in there now.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, tune in to the LCS on Saturday.
Saturday, Sunday. Don't forget, we've also got Monday night LCS as well as Academy Rush taking place on Friday, and Academy games also being played on Saturday, Sunday, and the first half of Monday. Don't you miss it. It's going to be popping off this weekend. Be there or be square.
That's what I was going to say. We get the Academy Rush on Friday.
Yeah.
Even earlier.
That's the
action-packed.
Yeah. I just put them words in there.
Check that one out.
Yeah. Don't miss any of it.